Hello everybody, Resented here, back in my program. Well, my program's right here, but I'm in Notepad++ right now because I am showing you guys what is going on in this video. In my last video, I showed you guys these two spells right here. This motherfucker took a million years to program, and if you watched that whole video and saw it through to the end, you deserve a medal. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to be doing these passive spells, and these shouldn't take too long. So hopefully I'm going to be able to complete the assassin by doing both passives and the infinite spells. But we will see. I'm going to go ahead and put that over here. And what's going to happen is I'm going to go all the way over here. I'm going to create the first passive, which is called Lethal Blows. What's going to happen is, gotta format it to my liking. Gotta put my little signature just so everyone knows who created this. It extends passive spell. And the super just has two things. The upgrade descriptions, where for the first one is plus 15% instant kill chance. Upgrade description 2 is you gain instant kill immunity, which is cool. And yeah, I do need a variable called, I guess, just kill chance. It's just an unsigned integer because it's a positive. It's going to be a positive number, and by default it's 15. And from here, oh gosh, know what happened there. Override update description. So this dot description equals plus this dot kill chance plus percent instant kill chance. So what that's going to do is basically whenever I increase the kill chance by at first it's by a factor of 15%, and when you upgrade it you get another 15%. So the description is going to be 15% at first, and then when you upgrade it's going to be plus 30%. So yes. So what's going to happen is the passive abilities are a lot more streamlined and simpler than the active spells, so these should be a lot easier to go through. So we're going to override the unlock spell, and from here it's going to basically do a stat change event. Basically, new stat change event. We're going to be changing instant kill chance. Change type, it's going to be a buff. The owner is the target and the owner is the source, and we're going to do a change by this dot kill chance, and it's going to round. Actually, I'm going to make it not round, since the instant kill chance is a variable, but it can change by decimal factors. So I'm not going to make it round. Even though it's a whole number, I'm still going to make it not round just in case, if maybe I want to change it in the future where like you gain 7.5% instant kill chance in case if it's too powerful. But at this point it's gonna be 15. I will see if it's needing a nerf when I have more of the combat completed. And so that's it with the unlock spell. All it does is it gives you a flat increase in your instant kill chance. So we're gonna do upgrade spell 1, and we're going to do this dot kill chance plus equals 15, and it basically gives you another 15% instant kill chance, but it's going to be 15 because it's going to do 15, and I guess here I'll do 15 as well, just because the kill chance is here just for the description. If I did the this dot kill chance down here after I changed the chance, it would give 15 here and then 30 here for a total of 45 when I only wanted to give 30 total. So this is just how I'm going to do that one. And then we're going to do override upgrade spell 2. And in this case, all I really have to do is stat change event. No, not state descriptor. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Tell me what it is. Oh, it doesn't have any description. Okay. New stat change event. gonna be oh god, instant, what is it? Instant kill immune or what is it? Yeah, instant kill immune. Oh, I feel a sneeze. Oh no. Immune. Oh no. No, am I good? I think I'm good. My nose is tingling. Ah, jeez. Ah, I hate it. Change type. It's a buff. This owner is the source and the target. Oh, not description. Owner. It's going to be a change of true. Then the other ones don't. Set equal. I think that only works with numbers. So yes. And I think I'm done with this already. Let's go ahead and activate it. Oh, my nose. Oh, that like pseudo sneeze really screwed it up. Assassin lethal blows. Alright. Lethal blows equals new lethal. Let's run it just to make sure everything's running okay. It should be. Yep, looks alright. So we're going to do passive lethal unlock on the player. Lethal, and we're going to upgrade it. Oh, I screwed it up. Upgrade. Oops, let's do that. There we go. We're going to upgrade it again. And from there, that should be okay. Let's see. Oh god, I lethally struck the ally already. Let's go over here. So instant kill chance equal to 30. And yep, the variable change here worked just fine. So he's instant kill immune. Then from here, as soon as the player attacked, he lethally struck the ally, and the ally got killed. Oh my goodness. I might actually have to nerf that. 30% is pretty good. That's almost 1 in 3 attacks. I'm not sure. I might nerf it to maybe only 25% at max rank. It might be like 10 here. Let's just do that. To where you get a 25% chance. That's still pretty good. That's still pretty good. And he already, oh my god. Let's keep going. Like, it's pretty much inevitable that the player is going to instantly kill the ally, but it's happening so quickly. It's only a 25% chance. Yeah, here we go. The turn went on for 9 turns, or the battle went on for 9 turns before the player got lucky. So yeah, I think 25% total is a decent place to be. I'll change it up if I need to. So the next, actually I'll put this back over here because the next passive is attacks deal 25% piercing damage. So what this is going to need to do is I'm going to need to put in some change listeners that reduce attack damage that you deal and change it to piercing damage. So that's going to be a little interesting. So what's going to happen is we're going to make a new passive spell. We're going to call this weak point. It extends passive spell. And I learned from my last video that was extremely long. I'm going to try my best to just, you know, stay to the point. Only do what you have to. Don't ramble. I am rambling just a little bit, but it's for a good cause, I hope. So 25% piercing damage is the first upgrade. And then you get plus 25% critical strike chance on the second upgrade. So from here I'm going to need a variable called pierce molt. It's going to be a number. It's going to be 0.25 at first. And then I'm going to call the update description, because you have an upgrade that changes how much piercing damage you do. Override update description. This description equals attacks deal Then this pierce molt. Again, I'm going to do the math.round. This dot molt times 100. Oh, geez, I messed that up. Plus percent piercing damage. So there we go. Override. Oh, actually, I do need a listener, which is basically a change, not a change effect listener conditional. Don't look into that. That is the crazy kind of listener. We just need a normal old change listener. It's very simple. It's listening for a type of change, and then from there you can do all sorts of other kinds of changes. So what's going to happen is we're going to override unlock. And from here, basically we're going to go into change. This is the same thing that's happening with what I had to do in the last video with the status effect listener, where I want to remove any instance of this attack listener before I reapply it. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a function, since I am going to have to apply the attack listener twice, once when you unlock the ability and once when you upgrade it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a private function, apply listener. I'm going to do change listener. I want to remove the attack listener before I create or make it a new listener, new change listener. So what's going to happen is we're going to be listening for a current health attack. So the change type is going to be changing it to piercing damage. Applied target is going to be the target. Stat to change value. Actually, I don't think the applied target really matters because we're changing the value. Value multiplier. We're reducing it by this dot pierce molt. Is positive. It is. No, wait. Actually, hold on. I think I might need two listeners. Yeah, I think I do, because one needs to reduce, because there's, the thing is I can convert, I actually don't need a negative there, because I need two listeners. One, to convert the damage to piercing damage, and two, to reduce the actual attack damage dealt. I can't do both of those in one listener. The listener can only affect one thing at a time. So like this listener can either reduce the attack damage dealt or convert the attack damage to piercing damage. So I don't want to do the piercing damage after the attack damage is reduced. So I need to do the conversion first. So this is positive. On source is true because we only want it to happen whenever the owner of the listener does the current health attack. It is because we want to change the damage before it's actually applied. And all the other stuff doesn't matter because it's all about like the chance and stuff, and it's always going to do it, so its chance is by default 100. So from here it's doing a current health attack and converting 25% to piercing damage. So I do need another one. Attack, reduce. I'll just call it like reduction. It's another change listener. So I'm basically going to do the same thing. Change listener, remove this attack reduction. And then this dot attack reduction equals new change listener. And we're going to do the same thing basically at the start where we're listening for a current health attack. And the change type, it doesn't matter since I'm going to put target here just in case I do need it. And this, the type, hold on, what's it called? Change type doesn't matter because I'm just going to be changing the attack variable. I'm not, or the listener variable. I'm not actually creating a new stat change event. Then from here, oh, actually, I do need to change the stat to change current health, because here's where it's going to be converting the damage, and here's where it's going to be reducing it. So for here, the stat to change has to be the current health because we're dealing damage. And this one, this stat to change is going to be value because we're going to be doing the value of the current health attack. So from here, we're going to do the value. Then we're going to do minus this dot pierce molt, since we want to reduce it by a factor of the pierce molt. Is positive. Technically, it's not positive, so I'm going to do false. On source is true again, and is pre is true. So, then this dot owner listeners, we're going to put the listeners. Oh, I didn't even see that. Attack listener, and this dot attack reduction. So what it's going to do is it's going to put in the attack listener first and then the attack reduction second. So when the change listener is running through the listeners, it's going to hit the converting first and then the reduction second. So hopefully that works. We'll check that out and make sure it's working all right. So we got to override, upgrade spell 1. Basically, this dot pierce molt plus equals 0.25. And then from here, actually, on the unlock, I do need to call apply listener, because when you unlock it, it's going to add these listeners to your listener array. But then whenever you upgrade the pierce molt, I need to reapply the listeners with the new multiplier. So this, I'm going to just call apply listener again, and it should automatically remove the previous instance of these listeners from when you unlocked the spell. So hopefully that works just fine. And then, oh, I called update description instead of upgrade spell 1. There we go. I'm going to override upgrade spell 2. Oh, and it's public instead of protected. And the second one, basically, you just gain 25% crit chance. So, new stat change event. Critical strike chance. It's a buff. This dot owner is both the target and the source. And it's a factor of 25. And it's not going to round since crit chance does have decimals inside of it. Let's start it, make sure everything's okay. Oh, come on. Taking it a while. There we go. Going to passive spell. We do have to initialize the spell itself. Assassin weak. Oh gosh, weak point. I put weapon. I don't know how that one happened. Passive spell weak point equals new weak point. So from here, let's do weak point. And I want to see if this works. I messed it up. Oh yeah, the in the previous one with the status effect listener, I did show you that the target was inside of the listener itself, so that whenever you removed it, it could just pull the target from the listener itself. But in a change listeners don't hold the owner of the listener. And so from here I actually have to give it a target. Because the thing is, change listeners don't do that because item specials use change listeners, and item specials don't know the owner of the weapon. So that's why change listeners need the target. So the owner is the target of both of these listeners. So it's got to check his listener array in order to remove those listeners. Seems okay. Oh god, player critically struck for 0 damage. What happened there? Oh yeah, he probably killed him. Yeah, rip in peace, little buddy. So let's see what happened. Player deals 41 to 47. It seems to be working alright. Because right here, half the damage was from piercing and half the damage was from attacking. Why is the pierce... Oh no, the pierce damage is just being rounded. I was like, why is it being reduced? Piercing pierces armor, and it's being reduced, but it's just rounding. So from here, it seems good. Just checking. Just checking. Everything seems good. Everything seems good. Because it's splitting the damage halfway across piercing and attack. I want to make sure armor isn't being taken into account with the piercing damage. Because the whole thing about piercing damage is it goes through any sort of damage reduction. So from here, yeah, he killed the ally with the piercing damage, so the attack damage didn't deal anything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like just increase the ally's armor. Entity ally 1 bonus armor equals 100. So 100 armor should decrease damage taken by, I think, 50%. Yeah, and it seems to be working because right here the pierce itself does 15 damage, and before armor was taken into account, the attack damage was going to be 15.5, but it was reduced by half and then rounded to 8. So yeah, piercing works just fine. It's pierces through armor. Pretty cool. So that's working perfectly. I like it. Weak point's a cool spell. And how many times did the ally or the player crit? He critically struck him here for 15 damage. What's his weapon damage? 29 to 31. Yeah, because in this case he did 60 damage, or he was going to before the armor was taken into account, and the 60 damage was split between piercing and attack, so that's where that crit went. Then he crit him again here and for another 60, and then he crits him every now and then, so that's pretty good. Okay, I don't know how long this video is, and unfortunately, since I don't know how long it is, I don't want to do the infinite spells just yet. So honestly, I might just split my videos across 2 actives, 2 passives, and then the infinites. That seems like a good way to go, because it'll do like 1, 2, so that's 4 videos per class, which I think is I think that's alright. I'll do that. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. I tried not to ramble as much as I did in the last video, because I know how long that one was and how much I rambled. I wasn't on top of my game. This one hopefully was a lot more streamlined and simple and shorter, hopefully too. And hopefully you guys also enjoyed this one maybe a little bit more than the last one. And if you did, then please show your appreciation by clicking the like button, subscribing, commenting, all that good garbage. And with that all being said, I'll see you guys next time.